Welcome to East Academia. So today we are going to talk about how to come up with the expression for the maximum output current and the minimum current for an RLE back chopper. So my name is Brian Madena and my colleague's name is Emmanuel Wambua. So in the previous videos, we came and found how we are going to obtain expression for the instantaneous load current in mode 1 and in mode 2. In mode 1, that is when the switch was on, this was how the instantaneous load current was expressed. Okay, so if you've not watched the previous videos and you don't know how this equation came about, you can always go and look for that video. So in mode 2, this was when the switch was off. The instantaneous current, output current, is expressed as follows. We also say that the period T is equals to the on period plus the off period, okay? And whereby T on is given by alpha T and T off is given by 1 minus alpha T, where alpha is nothing but the duty cycle, okay? Now, so as to understand this analysis, there are things that we have to know that when the switch is turned on, okay, the inductor current increases from a minimum value, that is Imin, to a maximum value, Imax. Okay? And this period here is given as T on. Okay? And therefore, since we begin from 0, so the point where we reach is T on. Okay? So in a similar manner, when the switch is turned off, the inductor current falls. Say that this place is 0, is going to fall, and it's going to take a period T off for it to reach its minimum value, Imin. So this is from Imax. Okay? So, having this point as 0, we can say that this point is T off. We know that T is equals to T on plus T off. Okay? And also, this we said is alpha T, while this is nothing but 1 minus alpha T. Okay? And you can just prove this alpha T plus T minus alpha T, you get nothing but T. Okay? So then, having this, we therefore see that Imax usually occurs during T on, okay? So we are going to use the expression for mode 1, okay? So we use the expression for mode 1 here, which is shown here, okay? So substituting T with T on, okay? This is nothing but Imax, okay? So where we have T, we are going to have T on, and this side, this term will be nothing but Imax. So we also see that Imin occurs during T off, okay? And therefore, using the expression for mode 2, okay, and substituting T to be T off, or 1 minus alpha T, okay, in this expression. So where I have T, we are going to put 1 minus alpha T, and this one is going to be nothing but Imin, okay? So now, this was exactly what I explained before, that I out, this is the expression for mode 1. When you evaluate it at T on, you are going to get Imax, which is going to be Vs minus E over R, 1 minus exponential minus R over L T on, plus Imin exponential minus R over L T on. And we say that T on is nothing but alpha T, and therefore we can make the necessary substitution that Imax is equals to Vs minus E over R 1 minus exponential minus alpha R over L T, okay, plus Imin exponential minus alpha R over L T, okay? And so I can say this is my question 1. Okay, so I 0 for mode 2 when the switch was off. Okay, this is nothing but I mean. So what is the expression for I mean? So I mean will be Imax exponential minus R over L T of, okay, minus E over R 1 minus exponential minus R over L T of, okay, and you can substitute T of is equals to 1 minus alpha T, okay. So putting this here, we are going to have the expression as I mean is equals to I max exponential minus R over L 1 minus alpha T minus E over R 1 minus exponential minus R over L 1 minus alpha T. Okay, so I say this is my question 2. Now, from these two expressions, we can obtain expressions for Imax and I mean. Now, so let's say getting expression for I mean. Now let's begin with Imax. Expression for Imax. So to get the expression for Imax, we will use equation 2 and put it inside here and do the necessary substitution and make Imax subject to the formula. It's algebra. So we have equation 2, Imax is equals to Vs minus E over R, okay, 1 minus exponential minus alpha R over L T, okay, plus, now we know I mean is given here, so we can have, instead of I mean, we put whatever you got here. So we have Imax exponential minus R over L 1 minus alpha T, okay, minus E over R, okay, 1 minus exponential minus R over L 1 minus alpha T, okay. So that was just I mean, then multiplied by exponential minus alpha R over L T, okay. So what we can do, we can get this is Vs minus E over R 1 minus exponential minus alpha R over L T, okay, plus, so we can have this term multiplied by this term, so we can have Imax exponential minus R over L 1 minus alpha T multiplied by exponential minus alpha R over L T, okay. Then we can have minus E over R, okay, 1 minus exponential minus R over L 1 minus alpha T, okay, multiplied by exponential minus alpha R over L T. Okay, so this is this term multiplied by this term and this term multiplied by this term. Now, we have to employ some laws of indices. In this case, this multiplication. Let's see what it yields. Exponential minus R over L 1 minus alpha T multiplied by exponential minus alpha R over L T is nothing but exponential minus R over L 1 minus alpha T, okay, so minus alpha R over L T, okay. So in this case, we can open the brackets. We're going to get its minus R over L T plus alpha R over L T minus alpha R over L T, okay. So this is going to go with this, and so we are going to yield minus R over L T. So this is what we are going to use. So we can rewrite our expression here. Imax Vs minus E over R, 1 minus exponential minus alpha RT over L. Okay, so this times this gave us Imax exponential minus R over LT. Okay, then when you open the brackets, this and this, you are going to get its E over R. Okay, this times this is minus E over R, then multiply by exponential, so alpha R over LT. Okay, then now this will be plus E over R. Okay, this times this, then you have this multiplied by this, going to get exponential minus R over LT. Okay, so similarly, we can take this here. So we're going to have Imax minus Imax exponential minus R over LT is equal to, we can open the brackets here. So Vs over R, 1 minus exponential minus alpha R T over L minus E over R, 1 minus exponential minus alpha R T over L, okay, minus E over R, exponential minus alpha R T over L, plus E over R, exponential minus R over LT. Okay, so we can factor out Imax here. So you'll have Imax 1 minus exponential minus R over LT is given by, so you can have Vs over R, 1 minus exponential minus alpha RT over L. Okay, so for this, we open the brackets, we have E over R. Okay, so you have E over R, then plus E over R, exponential minus alpha RT over L, minus E over R, exponential minus alpha RT over L, plus E over R, exponential minus R over LT. Okay, so this term and this term, they're the same. One is positive, one is negative, so this will yield a 0. So you have that going. So we have Imax into 1 minus exponential minus R over LT is equals to Vs over R, 1 minus exponential minus alpha RT over L, minus E over R, plus E over R, exponential minus R over LT. Okay? So, we can also substitute. So, let me use a new page. So, we have Imax 1 minus exponential minus R over LT. That's like that. Is equals to Vs over R. 1 minus exponential minus alpha RT over L. Okay, so we can also take out E over R outside. So let me just see this. We can take E over R outside. So we'll have 1 minus exponential. If we take E over R outside and put the remaining brackets, have you R 1 minus exponential minus R over LT. Okay? Then dividing both sides with this term. So you can get so you see this goes, this and this same, so goes, so you have an expression as Imax Vs over R 1 minus exponential minus alpha R T over L over 1 minus exponential minus R over L T, okay, minus E over R. Okay, in a similar manner, this expression, okay, different texts. Like yesterday, we say that L over R is equals to tau. Okay, so using this notation, you can say Imax is equals to Vs over R. Okay, and you know, okay, we also know that alpha T is nothing but T on. So Vs over R 1 minus exponential minus T on over tau over 1 minus exponential minus T over tau, this is the period here, minus E over R. Also, some other texts might give this expression as Imax is equals to Vs over R 1 minus exponential minus alpha Z over 1 minus exponential minus Z, isn't it? Minus Z over R. So, where Z is nothing but RT over L, okay? And as we said, tau, this is nothing but the time constant is given by L over R. Then we said alpha is equals to T on over T, or simply T on is equals to alpha T. So this way we've derived the expression for Imax. So in slightly a different manner, we are going to derive the expression for Imin. So thank you for watching East Academia. So please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and click on the bell icon for notifications. Thank you.